Hello and welcome to chapter 201 of our streaming adventure. We're here on this nice Sunday morning to play a legacy challenge. And what do we have cooked up? The same thing I've been playing, and I'm still keeping the second version of it, so I'm still blue-white Omnitel. Good morning, good morning. It is gorgeous outside. I was out with the dogs earlier, and this one in particular, Sirius, is large, and they need. It's called a Furminator. That it's a brush that gets like the undercoat of the dog hair out, and so he loves being down here with me because I'm in the basement, and in the basement it is much colder for our house. So he likes to spend time. I like to say he spends the time with me because he likes me, but he really is my wife's dog. So Sirius loves the temperature more than me. So that's what he's doing down here. But yeah, I hope you all are having a good morning, and I hope I have a good morning and afternoon too. Afternoon as well. I got words. Okay. So what we are playing today. So the thing is, I am. What I've said is I really want to play something that has Brainstorm and Ponder in it, and I also like the Knockout Punch. Like, if I thought Twin was more viable, I would play something like Twin, because that is the style I like. I like to have options, options, options kill you. And because sometimes you can use your options to find a weird way around that maybe wouldn't have been there otherwise. So that's what I'm enjoying about this. I do like that sometimes you can just jam on turn one and kill them if you know what they're playing and or know that they don't have the right kind of answers for you. But yeah, in general, I almost all right, so these are the thoughts I was having while I'm outside brushing the dogs. I was like, I could go back to the Echoes deck. The Echoes deck does have some of that, just I'll go for my combo here. But then I realized their combo, or I should say my combo, is draw 7 new cards and see what happens, and sometimes you give your opponent 7 new cards. With this, I'm just like, how about we just win the game? And I have found win the game to be more effective. I mean, I am keeping track in my notebook here, and win the game has been a more effective way to win the game. Good morning, good morning. All right, so we're currently at 103 people. So what's that? 103, 6, 7 rounds? That's what they've been lately, is 7 rounds. And I thought the Legacy Showcase qualifier is going on, but I guess the Legacy Showcase qualifier is going to be like that upper echelon of player, which is not me. So, yeah, I just what's interesting with that is I would think graveyard decks do put up more of a fight, but then like certain things are not graveyard. That's only Dredge and Hogak and Reanimator. It doesn't count the oops all spells and stuff like that in the world. All right, round one. Martin Med Mitten. Yes, I'd like to play first. So what do we have here? Last seen playing Storm. Well, maybe I should have looked at that before deciding to keep my hand. Well, I have some protection, although if they're doing Thoughtseize type stuff. My thought here was this feels like I can set myself up. I have the post combo payoff. I don't know. I guess we'll see. They've mulliganed to 6. I guess we'll see how bad that is. All right. TES is the one with less discard. Okay. They've mulliganed to 5 already. So TES is the Burning Wish based one? Rite of Flame. Alright, so I could have an Impulse and I could have a third land. I don't hate. We might as well take each of these. We still need to dig for the thing we need, so let's put this on top and then this on top. It's just more cards to pitch to Force of Will. Ancient Tomb. Lotus Petal. Oh, this is going to be the red whatever. So they're asking to get a lot of red mana. I was listening to a podcast. They just talked to somebody about this. Okay, what's the worst one? Impulse looks to look 4 cards deep. So the question here is, do I give them 6 red? I would say no. Ruby Storm, there you go. What do we have in the sideboard for Ruby Storm? Lavinia, Orm's Chant, Ruby Medallion. I mean, it feels like it could be. They have Lion's Eye Diamonds. Are we echoing? Meh. Alright, so Vista can get an island. Oh, I forgot they hadn't played a land yet. 5 cards left. Well, if I get another turn, I can kill him. Maybe that shouldn't have been Plains, because then we could brainstorm again. Alright, am I dead? Alright, so far they don't got much going on. They had Bergie in hand. Mountains, Manamorphose, and a Reforged Soul. That seems good. It's weird they would lead with that one, because now the card's in their hand. I guess they could use the card in their hand to fuel the horn. Maybe our opponent just woke up horny this morning. Exile top 3 cards of your library until end of turn. You may play those cards. End of your next turn. Jessica's will get them a lot of blue, or sorry, a lot of red for Jessica's will. Because I'm holding 7. Defense grid. I can go ahead and yield the turn here. I mean, it's possible they fizzle, right? Like, what if their hand just sucks? What if they just get Burning Wish? We did. All right. Do we believe is Ruby Storm on our deck primer sideboard guide? I'm going to guess no, but you never know. Moon Stompy is there. Nope. That is surprise. Ruby Storm is not there. Okay. So they have Defense Grid, so obviously we don't want Defense Grid. Lavinia seems like a slam dunk. And probably Orm's Chant and Flusterstorm. Lavinia, Fluster, and Chant. Okay. Well, look at that. I named the right cards. That's where I was trying. I'm trying to get used to the deck, so it does feel like those are the kind of things I would want if I'm treating it like Disenchant. That makes sense. Good morning, Nathan. Hope you're doing okay. All right, so what did we take out against? I'm just looking for other storms. Totally understand. I've been playing this over a couple times, and I like it. It's just I'm trying to get used to, because I definitely have messed up some of the lines, and so that's where I'm trying to get reps. You know what I mean? I'm just looking for. There it is. Okay. Teferis, Venser, and Impulse are what have been taken out against other ones. That's true. What would we take out instead? Alright. Yes, I'd like to play first. Nope. Alright. Dear opponent, do I get to play a Lavinia or no? I allow it. Go to town, buddy. Cunning Wish is my worst card post board. I had 2 Cunning Wishes. So that's what I did. I had 2 Cunning Wishes, and that's what I put it down. Excuse me. All right, so Lavinia is currently turning off everything other than Rite of Flame. Sorry about that. All right. I hope so. I hope they have trouble with Lavinia. That's my whole freaking... All the eggs are in this basket. All right. Can they quick play the card? Yeah, nice. I was gonna say they're gonna quick play it before their second land goes away. Oh, they didn't, because they couldn't end up playing it out. I'm playing a Seagate Restoration because I had multiple times where I landed Omniscience, and I had to protect. Like I ended up pitching my other thing to a Force of Will, and so turning. I guess I should have turned a land into an Omniscience by that logic. Because that's definitely not what I did. I turned an impulse into... You're right. I turned an impulse into one. What do I want to set up? Do I want a particular card? I could just get... I could also set myself up to draw. Brainstorm has to be a main phase effect now. I'll take the raw cards here. That third one better be great. Technically, Teferi, bounce your Lotus Petal, but no. All right, we're getting there. Yeah, I didn't like the other 2 that were there, and I knew I would end up having to draw through it again, so I thought it made more sense to try to just shuffle. Plateau alert. Yep. Just because the cost is... maybe, I don't know. I thought I shuffled you away, Cunning Wish. So I could... I can't have both the counter. So I already have my show and tell. I need to draw into... Basically, I need the other half of the show and tell. So the best way to do that... The one that lets me see the most cards... It's Ponder, right? Ponder lets me look at 3 or reshuffle for 1. Unfortunately, we took Impulse out because Impulse would look at the most cards. You are right. So if I take 1, Brainstorm will let me draw 3, which has the best chance of just raw card quantity. Beatdowns. No, it is spell combo. What have they done? Nothing. Okay. So Brainstorm coupled with Prismatic Vista is my best chance to find something. They have 3 mana available, but it doesn't actually do anything. One, two, three, four. One, two, three, four. So I'm thinking if I bounce their land, that it puts them back another. Like the fact they did nothing last turn, it feels okay. Venser bounce land every turn. Sure, I wasn't even necessarily thinking about that, but that will put them behind the Lavinia over and over and over again. All right, good. More defense grids. Oh no. Well, I promise I won't do stuff on your turn. So they're at 12, 4-turn clock. If I do that, I'm setting them up for a land, so I don't want to do that. All right, if we replay the Venser, it keeps them behind on that land. If we played out a Teferi here to make him what? Pick up the Ruby Medallion? Or the Disenchant is already in the deck, right? Yeah, the Disenchant has already moved into the deck, so I don't have a choice with that one. I'm just looking for what Cunning Wish could even do. That's where I was going with that. You're welcome. No problem, Boots. You got it. Rip apart. There's our white. She did. Second main. So now, let's get our attack on. My thought here is Ponder gives us a chance to find our show and tell payoff, and then we just kill them. Heck, we could find another Lavinia. Or we could find an Omniscience. I want this one. Alright. So, what did we talk about before? Having Impulse just in general. Impulse being able to go. Cunning Wish being worse post board. We could trim a Cunning Wish and get one of those impulses back. Okay. Wish out, impulse back. Now, on the draw, technically, with Prismatic Vista and Lotus Petal, this is a turn 1 Lavinia. But, no, it isn't. I mean, it literally is a turn 1 Lavinia. You can't argue that, Jeremy. Well, I'm on the fence, and Nathan likes it, so I guess I'm keeping. I know. It's just if I'm hesitant, it's because I don't have my reps yet. You know what I'm saying? Well, that was a great nothing play from them. Come on, let me untap. Let me untap with Flusterstorm. Oh, you idiot! I hit 2 instead of 1. No, I mean I meant to do this. You kidding me? This is how I drew it up. What are you doing? Big dummy. I know, I'm used to it. Burning Wish resolves. I was thinking I can fluster what they go for afterwards. You know, maybe I'm wrong. Just attack, Jeremy. What was I going to draw? I'm going to draw Brainstorm. My thought was take that Brainstorm and then shuffle afterwards. I'll let Ruby Medallion happen. I knew Brainstorm was underneath it. The question here is, so I know Chant is there. Well, I know for one thing, this equation is solved. So I want to use this as my land. So I'm going to put at least a tomb back, and then I have 58 equations. So I'm going to solve one less equation here. I kind of want to cache one of these equations in. Why do you want to wait? To just protect it? That's fair. Just do everything we can to protect Lavinia. Yeah, I was going to say long term, that's probably worse for me. I could see defense grid getting worse and worse. I mean, it turns off the Flusterstorm. They would have to have another ritual here to be able to pay these. Could they have spirit guides? Oh, she took one. So I can't have both. I could have both. I did the stupid F2 button again because I'm a big dummy. Oh, they got a blocker. If I get... I want to dig for Caracas. Impulse sees the most cards. I only get one of them, but they're all good. I guess I could take the Omniscience and then I'm solving for... No attacks. They do have 3 lands now. This is game 3. I'm trying to get them to go for something, and then I chant in response, but I want it to be worthwhile. This is 4 cards in hand. Really, what I should have done is just held the mana up with Force of Will. Right? Because then I could force through the defense grid. If that was going to actually kill me. We'll get lucky. Or maybe not. Maybe they forgot. Maybe that wasn't for Storm. Maybe it was for Storm. Maybe they thought I'd forget on the second time. They went down to 1. Why don't I have Lightning Bolt? What are they paying for all of this mana that's slow? Reforge the Soul. I guess. Yeah. Had I just kept it up, I probably would have been okay. Well, this is how I learn. Okay, the fact that I skipped through 2 entire turns of this game, I think that's why. I think that is more punishing, the fact that I've messed up. Yeah, Nathan, go take care of yourself. That's more important than any of these games. Go take care of yourself. There's nothing more I can do. Yield through these turns. Yeah, if the same situation, if I would have been able to just Force of Will that, what would I had left? If I wouldn't have cashed in the solve the equation, then I could have used that after the fact. I think that just would have been a smarter thing to do. Well, this is how we learn. We're generating mana again. That is some amount of red mana. Are you gonna play? I would say, are you gonna play big ol' Big Chandra? Nope, Burning Wish. They have more souls. We're reforging our souls all over again. Okay. All right, Lavinia down. Has this unlocked their hand at all? Appears so. Storm. Seething Song. You know, it'd be sweet after all this, like they didn't have a payoff. That'd be hot. They're in the red zone. Yeah, I think. Oh, flashback, whatever that is. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Did anybody else see that? That was sweet. I don't know if anybody else is getting that random strobe effect, but it's pretty cool. That is questionable, but sure, cards are. We'll go with that. That Magic Online is as quality a program as Magic Online could be expected to be. Oh, tendrils. Yeah, we're dead. Not going to make them click through it. We are dead. All right. And hey, we weren't the last match. How about that? There's always something, a silver lining there. All right, you take care. We'll see you later. Thank you. All right. 0-1. Bum bum bum. But we did learn to maybe stop playing poorly. Because that's the other thing is, if we look at the power level of the deck and then like how I've been playing it against the Storm deck we played in the league on, what was it, Thursday? They led with Veil of Summer, and like I could have countered it, and I had a Lavinia in play, and I'm like, well, that's weird, whatever. But because then Veil of Summer was in effect, they could play 0 mana artifacts. 0 mana artifacts couldn't get countered, and they built up to just enough to kill us. So, by not realizing the power of Lavinia there, and it's the same case here, right? Not respecting how much the protect the Lavinia strategy is, that had I just protected Lavinia by not cashing in that solve, maybe I don't need to go for setting up my combo. I drew a Force of Will. Let's just sit back and protect Force of Will through the defense grid. But obviously, I didn't do that. It would have been better if I had, but we didn't do that. And so, appropriately, we were punished. But these are the kind of things where if I lose in a certain way, I certainly hope I don't lose the same way again, because then it means I'm not learning from it. And that's the point of these matches, is that I'm trying to, you would also think, don't yield through your turn once and then do it again later in the same game. Hey, I'm human. What do you want from me? I'm trying. Yeah, we could definitely play better. That's always a goal. Always a goal to play better. But interface, we would have won that challenge with Echoes if I would have had my stops set correctly. But even if I had my stops set correctly, who's to say I wouldn't have just passed through the turn like a dummy? Whatever. All right, shake it off. Shake it off, turn around things from here. We've seen the deck is powerful as long as we let it do powerful things and we don't get in the way of it and cause problems. Whatever. Thanks for hanging out with me this morning. Is it still morning? It is. If you're not already following the channel, please consider following. That'll let you know when we go live with more nonsense. Tuesdays are my normal day that I play subscriber suggestions from the wheel. And next up, I have to play the card Shuko, of which I can really only think of one thing to play it in, and therefore we're probably going to play Cephalid Breakfast. So that would be coming up on Tuesday, and then Thursday is the day I usually stream Tuesday, Thursday, and something on the weekend. Tuesday, I have dedicated to wheels. Thursday, I try to prep for the coming weekend. Which reminds me, I have to reach out and see whether or not I'm going to do something for Mother's Day next Sunday. So I would guess we're probably not going to play next. Well, speaking of that, James, you have a spot coming up on the wheel shortly. This is the guy. This is one of the only people that defeated us on our Echoes run. What was he playing in the... Oh, he was playing that Yorion Bant nonsense deck. I think that is the technical term, was Yorion Bant nonsense. Alright, so I have a Preordain, and I have Brainstorm. I'm most of the way there. I just need the lands to play it. How many people are in today's event? 109. Basic Island. Nope. Pause on their own upkeep. Maybe they just have the stop all the time. But pause on my own upkeep seems interesting. Main phase. No, I will, when it's your time on the wheel, so like I have a file of the order of people that I need to ask from, and then when their spot comes up on the wheel, I'll reach out and then we'll throw it up there. Brainstorm into a ponder. The ponder was a shuffle there. Paused on my upkeep. As much as you think you're a long-time heckler, get in line. No one is more critical of me than me. I feel like I've known myself my whole life. Hey, there's a Prismatic Vista. Is this the type of person that would daze me? I don't want to be the type of person who gets dazed. So what do I need right now? I just need the actual show and tell. Spoilers. Okay, so I have a Cunning Wish. I'll keep the land. So we can put one of these back. We could put one of these back and then go get Force of Will? Or go look for Force of Will? Alright. Sure. Like, you're about to be turbo dead, so. Abundant growth, I'll allow it. This one. Yes, please. Alright. So they are a Bant control deck? I'm trying to remember what they played last time. Let's go find them on. Bant mid-range control. That's right. They had Titania and Yorion. All right. So Bant mid-range control. I'm not expecting it to see it in this list. I distinctly remember Titania. So we saw that they had Force of Negation. See, I don't really think they're necessarily. I think they're like kind of Bant value-y, and we don't. They didn't play any creatures there, but I feel like they have them. I don't think Lavinia is going to stop anything they're doing. I think we want our own counters. So I don't necessarily want to bring in defense grids. Like Orem's Chant and or Flusterstorm? Like I don't even know if that's true. So I'm not saying this deck is perfection, but I'm not sure what I would want to trade in or out. Let's go with a protection spell in Flusterstorm. Maybe 2? Alright. We have most of the combo, but I don't feel like this is enough. The more I'm thinking about it, I think they did have Caracas. Caracas could bounce Titania. Caracas could bounce Yorion for resets. Top, bottom on the priority. Hey, Caracas. They top bottom to their priority, by the way. What does that tell me? Not much. This definitely tells me they have a stop set on our upkeep that maybe they have forgotten about. Or forget about every turn. So what I'm thinking in my own head is Impulse trying to set something up. We did put Flusterstorms in. If we could land to Fairy with Flusterstorm protection, that would be ideal. Ponder. Ponder, a no shuffle. Mm-hmm. 6 cards from them. All right. Impulse. Let's set ourselves up for something. We could just jam back to fairies. Play it to fairy, see if it sticks. Play it to fairy, see if it sticks. Second Pyroblast. Try again next turn. So I remember it as Bant the first time around. I could just jam Emrakul here. Protection from spells that are more than one color. Yeah, I don't know if this is Bant. Emrakul would just say, here you get, no, do this, do this, do this. Let's give ourselves Caracas as an out. Let's put up the shields. And then Teferi could plus. Because they have a force here that the show and tell would have ran into. But it was an Ice Fang Quaddle, so there's got to be green, obviously. Brainstorm. Play in the Ponder. Hi, guys. Can you please not lick my arm? I mean, this Brainstorm's dead. Narset seems like it's bad for me. Snapcaster Pyroblast, that sucks. Maybe what I needed to do. No, because we baited out the other. We baited out the other red when we went for the Flusterstorm. Let's look at what's coming. We have Cunning Wishes. All right. I felt like, even though I knew I wasn't going to draw off that Ponder, I thought it was worth looking what's coming. This Yorion resetting Narset is going to be gross. Have we seen white from them? Are they 4-color? Like, they're playing Windswept Heath, but have we actually seen them get a white land yet? Yep. Narset. Utopia Sprawl. Basic Forest. I mean, this makes me think that they're just rug colors. Can Teferi buy me time? Is it different if they are rug colors versus Bant colors? I guess is Snow Control on here? Yes, I said it's okay. I'm just looking for a control. I'm not seeing any control. Council's Judgment. Well, that seems terrible. We did see Uro. Because we laughed as Uro came into play and did nothing. So Council's Judgment obviously is 4 color. Yeah. I feel like that's just getting further behind. Okay. So knowing that they have Pyroblast, knowing that they have stuff like that, maybe I do want Defense Grid. Maybe I could board this Miracles-ish. Lavinia turning stuff like that off. All right, cool. Take care. Have a good day. Takes the Lotus Petals out. You're losing the speed and the acceleration by taking the Lotus Petals out. So I took my acceleration out. All right, so blue source, white source. This could be a tundra. I think I get rid of ancient tomb here. So I'm going to tundra for a preordain. Tundra, preordain, setting up Lavinia. It sure would be nice if our opponent played faster. Although, if I do recall, I believe this name was involved with stream sniping in Vintage. So maybe that's what's going on. Are they in the chat? No, luckily no. Yeah, I took a look. I know that has happened in the past, or they have been accused of it over in, like I was saying, in Vintage matches, right, buddy? Yeah, Sirius smells a skunk. Not a skunk, because that's happened to you before. All right, they got all the forests in the world, but they purposely looked for it, and they topped for Sylvan Library. Okay. So we could. All right, what's Sylvan Library going to get him? Keeping one card. Keeping both cards. If we can Venser that land, that would be hot. They have put a lot of eggs in that basket. If we could Venser that land, that would be amazing. top off that preordain. Hey, welcome back. End step. I could have waited. All right, we took away their ambush viper. Theoretically, if we led with Teferi, we could also Cunning Wish. We still have swords in the sideboard for Cunning Wish. The Chan is in the main deck. Pyroblast, she's shot down. Unlocking a lot of their counters. Are they going to snap back? That's fine. Just found another Pyroblast. So we know that they have another Pyroblast as well as Snapcaster in hand to replay these Pyroblasts. Really? That's a solid one. They can put it back and clear it with Narset. Maybe the attack should have been on Narset. What do you think, buddy? Carpet of Flowers seems a little too powerful here, but I don't know what I can do about that. Oh, because if I try to Cunning Wish, they'll just Pyroblast that we know about. Yeah, like they just play the Pyroblast. Okay. That is going to resolve. I did my best with the Seagate Reborn. So get +3 mana. They'll have 4 available to them. Nope. To get it, they had to go to second main. Got it. But that means they would have to cash in here. So Narset is turning off Teferi's ability. I could use it to get something back. I might as well plus on it. Make them deal with it. I wasn't going to get the value back out of it immediately because of Narset clamping down on me. Yeah, this Narset's bad news. We know they have Snapcaster in hand because of the Venser. They could just flashback Pyroblast. They could just flashback Council's Judgment. Alright, so the Snapcaster that we knew in their hand is gone, at least. Yeah, Narset is trouble. I mean, Force of Will is also trouble. Yeah, what's gonna get you out of this, sir? That is rough. Narset number 3. Value, 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 value. 7-card hand, 2 Force of Wills. Solid. It's okay. Yorion has entered their hand. They have 8 cards. Let's let them discard. Discard a Force of Will. That seems a little haughty, don't you think? The guy's got. I got 2 Force Wills. I don't need this extra one. Force of Negation pitching another Force of Will. Slowly dying, slowly bleeding out here. We know Yorion is in hand. Clear the top so that Narset can... That's bad for me. Make me play everything as a sorcery. They could even... That's not what I expected, but sure. Second main. Yorion it up. Come on, draw 7 more cards. Whatever. Go crazy. Bum, bum, bum. You have a Sky Noodle. Blink my Narset. Blink my Teferi. Blink my Snapcaster. What are you going to target? If I get... Impulse plays around it. Theoretically, I could have got Disenchant there for the carpet. This, I feel like this wasn't so much making mistakes as just how things lined up. Like, there probably were sequencing mistakes, but it certainly feels like how their deck lines up against our deck feels brutal. Narset especially. Yup. Sure. Ponder away. Like, the fact that they have maintained basically a 7-card hand the entire time, too. Of course. Yeah, we don't have an answer for Monastery Mentor. And there's nothing there that I want. Yeah, I think we're just dead. Things were not getting better there. So each of these matches, we've been able to we've won one of the three, but have not been able to close it out. And I would say in one of those, that's definitely my own fault. And in that second one, it just feels like not that I necessarily, when we've run into that person before, there is so much, I don't want to say fluff. I don't want to say there is a lot of interesting things going on there that I think it just lined up, excuse me, it just lined up poorly for me. So happens. We'll put in our win loss against 4-color control that had a Yorion and what would we say? Uro, Narset, Teferi, and some other stuff. See, it's not necessarily a burn book. We just put, so here's our, today, the challenge. What format? What deck am I playing? And then here, the first one was a loss, win, loss, and that one was win, loss, loss. I keep track of my play draws. I keep track of opponents. What deck were they on? Stuff like that. And then notes. Like Pyroblast main. What a bitch. Oh, well. Like I was saying before, this is not... I don't think it's the deck's fault. I think it's my fault. But because of it being spoilers, I'm the one that has to play. So if I'm having trouble with the deck, maybe it means that it's not the right deck I should be playing. I did consider going back to Echoes and instead of the Chalices to maybe have defense grids. Because to go like turn 1, Ancient Tomb, defense grid, have them let it resolve, then you go, okay, Lion's Eye, Echo, stuff like that feels like it, in my head, feels like it could be powerful. The question is it? Am I actually going to do those powerful things? This blue-white version I played, it did feel pretty good. And maybe this is a better candidate. That if you have the defense grids in place of Chalice here, then I can drop a Mentor and play a bunch of the artifacts and maybe have that go better for me. That's interesting. I do think defense grid would the defense grid would really help the Echoes deck, and the colorless version of the Echoes deck, I think, had moved the you free up these blue cards, and suddenly there's more room, and that's what defense grid can do. Because I feel like Chalice has not maintained how powerful it should be, if that makes sense. So 109 people. Now these are the new challenges that give you a pity prize down to 64th. That is very true. There are some people that when you get to chalice them, they're just like, wait, what? Now what do I do? And it's like, exactly. What do you do? All right, I'm going to take... We only got one match left, so I am going to quickly go powder my nose, and I will be right back. I'm back. Just in time for round number 3. Gotta do some winning. I know that's a bold strategy for my stream, especially, but it would be nice if we had some wins. That's all I'm gonna say. That's not all I'm gonna say. I mean, that's a lie. It would be nice to have some wins. All right, want a die roll. Yep. They had auto yield. Oh no. Oh no. Bye, Brainstorm. I mean, I'm kind of scared. What happens when... So I don't have anything to show and tell yet. What would I even solve for other than X? Is that what you do, buddy? Do you solve for X? Wasteland, you hooch. Are they banking on me playing show and tell to help them? I mean, that would be bad if they're Black Red Reanimator and I just throw their Gristlebrand into play. So, is this like Jund? This feels Jundy. I feel like I could jam maybe more if it was Jund. Wooded Foothills. More confidence. We've already seen Wasteland. I didn't really expect Fairy to live, but Dryad Arbor. What is happening? What is happening? Dryad Arbor coming in for the kill. We have reconsidered. Dryad Arbor has better things to do, okay? I'm sorry, what? Don't hit me, bro. Wasteland, we did it. We played around it. Jund Titania. Alright, so they have 5 cards, and we know what most of them are. Take it. YOLO. Well, this could have been an impulse. Serves me right. I seriously wonder what would it, if it were an impulse, would the right cards have been there? You know what I mean? All right. So this is 5. They're holding this lightning bolt for dear. Ooh, Thoughtseize. Do it. They have like fireball. Tricked you. You fell for it. You fool. Bird. Bird of paradise. No blocks. I am at 7. You are holding a lightning bolt. So hold on. The impulse would have seen Prismatic Vista, Show and Tell, and the next 2 cards, but it's not letting me see the next 2 cards. Come on, man. Come on, man. All right. do we think Jund is in the primer? No? What a surprise. I'm checking anyway. Nope. Grindy Jund, shockingly, not in the primer. So if they have a lot of discard, I guess, yeah, what's another deck that might have a lot of discard? Well, Reanimator has discard, and that makes it a horrible matchup. That's bad. All right, so let's do this on the fly. I think I want swords. I think if I can combo, it will kill them. So let's do swords. Let's do Flusterstorm, because that can disrupt things. Force of Will might just be bad. It's possible that they're going to gain access to... We've already seen Inquisition and Thoughtseize and him from them. Barf. So if I just cut the Force of Wills, Cunning Wish would give me access to some stuff. Teferi, depending on the value they get from things, but this could stop them from interacting with us. I'll try that. Yikes. Yes, I'd like to play first. So I have the things. I just don't have cantrips to dig into anything. Theoretically, I should have put Omniscience down. Because Teferi could maybe do some value on our way. That probably would have been better. Why would you fetch? What's the point? Yikes. 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 Whew. Well, I guess we could go enjoy our beautiful day. Whatever. Well, I think I'm done playing today. Yeah, a big stinky 0-3. Now, I would say the first one was my fault. The second one was a bad matchup, and then that third one, sometimes it just happens. So, thank you for hanging out with me today. I do appreciate it. If you are not following the stream, consider following the stream. If you are liking what you see, consider, and you have Amazon Prime, or even if you don't, if you have Amazon Prime, that means you have Twitch Prime Gaming for free. I'd love if you support my channel. All money earned from subs and donations goes back into the stream. New subs and resubs also add to the wheel. What is the wheel, you say? Well, every sub or resub gets to give me a single card strategy, archetype, format that they want to see play, and we add it to the wheel, and then we spin it up, and when it's their choice, I have to play Merfolk, or Nickfit, or play Neoform, something to that effect. So The next stream I have coming up on Tuesday, we will be playing. I have to play Shuko, which means we'll be playing Cephalid Breakfast, most likely. So tune in Tuesday, and you can always catch my streams later. I cut them up and put them over on YouTube. So you can find me on YouTube at jpintermtg, or come join us in my Discord. I basically talk about, it helps if you spell it right. I talk about what's coming up on my streams in the future and stuff. So it also, I like if I'm trying to brainstorm a deck idea or something like that. And also, while we're here, shout out to Mana Traders. Thank you so much for sponsoring the stream. It lets us play these different decks. And I have a code there up in the corner, jpinter_37p. That'll get you a discount off if you want to try some of these decks as well. Wish things could have gone better. I cunning wish things could have gone better, but they didn't. Oh well. See you next time. Have a great day. Bye-bye.